Management positions are for men. Women should not be in management positions because women do not know how to handle power. As if this is a big shocker. Men were created to be in positions of power. Men were created to lead. Women were created to follow. Men are smarter than women.
What up, what up, what up? This is your boy Agree to Disagree, and I'm coming at you with another video review. This video was actually sent to me, so I watched a little bit of it, and yeah, this one's gonna be a doozy. Alright, so make sure you buckle your seatbelt and strap in for the ride. So I'm play the video and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it.
I'm literally going to say this as nicely as I can. If you are a woman and you are saying that you have a dream job, you are a special type of stupid. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't dream of working. I don't dream of having a job. And you know what? It used to be a point in time where women didn't have to work. All they had to do was do their husband's laundry and make him dinner and have sex with him every once in a while, and they didn't have to work. But now, guess what? Women do have to work. And that's the problem with this society right now. But you know what? I'm going to add my little 2 cents to it. And here we go. Management positions are for men. Women should not be in management positions because women do not know how to handle power. As if this is a big shocker. Men were created to be in positions of power. Men were created to lead. Women were created to follow. Men are smarter than women. Men are stronger than women. Why is this such a big shocker in today's day and age? Every time
Oh boy. Alright, so man. So she said a lot right there. She said a lot. One, I don't know about the women are smarter than men. I mean, there's a lot of brilliant women out there. I would say men are more logical. I would say that, but smart. Smarter. You know. There's a lot of women who have invented, tons of different things. And I know y'all can give me the stats about like men who invented technology, but there's a lot of women who've done great things and have brilliant minds. So I can't agree with her on that point. I will say this: I do think that men are natural born leaders, and it is kind of the natural role of the woman to follow, which is why, like you see in relationships, it's usually the man is the head of the household. He gets the final say in the house, and there can only be one leader, and that's typically going to be the man, because that's his masculine energy. That's where he feels more comfortable. And so you will find a lot of women who they're more comfortable being in being in the side role. They want their man to lead. They feel comfortable with their man leading. So I do understand that point, but to say you're stupid for chasing a dream job, that's a bit much, because even though you'll find that a lot of women are comfortable letting the man lead, there are some women who get fulfillment from their job, from the work that they do. And if you ask me, I feel like it's great to just focus on your family if that's what you want to do. But not everyone wants to have kids. Not everyone wants to be a stay-at-home mother and just be at home all day. Some women like that. Some women like to relax and chill, do the laundry, cook, clean, take care of their husband. Some women like that, but not all women. So to say they're stupid for trying to chase a dream job, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about what's your purpose, right? You know, a dream job isn't necessarily a purpose, so you got to find that purpose, whether it's raising a family or, you know, something else. So I feel like it's different for different people. Let's proceed with caution.
I look on TV, women have been upgraded to all of these new fancy positions. You got women out here, they want to be captains of ships. They want to be police officers and firefighters. That's so stupid. If I'm ever in need of some sort of help, do not send a female police officer to my door. Do not come to my house. If you are a female firefighter, do not come to my house. Period. And I'm on record saying that every time I see a woman in a position of authority, I think two things. She's in over her head and she doesn't know what she's doing. And why would I want a female firefighter or a female police officer showing up to my house? Everything y'all do, y'all need a man for backup. Might as well just send the man. Didn't nobody tell y'all to apply for these jobs? You know that stuff is too heavy for you guys to lug up all of those stairs. Why would I have a woman try to defend me on my behalf? If I call the police, if I call 911, I want the biggest, strongest man on the police force to come to my door. I don't want some woman. Do not send a woman to my house. I don't care if she's 6 feet tall. Stay where you are. Literally, the only thing a female police officer can do is to point me to a male police officer. And you hear people talking about, oh, women are so strong. Women can do anything. Women can do everything. Women can't do jack squat without men. If you ask people to list off what is the one thing, what's the strongest and the toughest thing that women do? Bear children. That's the number one thing they'll tell you, bear children. Guess what? A man had to invent the freaking epidural for women to have children in freaking peace. We still need it.
All right, let me stop it there. So actually, look, I'm gonna say something, and this might upset some of y'all, but as far as I kind of get where she's coming from with the fireman thing and the police thing. All right, for me, just as a black man, right? If I call the cops, you know, you already know what the deal is. Like, we got to be the least threatening that we can possibly be when the cops show up. And, you know, if you got a woman who shows up who's like 5'7", 130 pounds, and you see me 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, like, you know, a female officer may be more intimidated by my presence, because her and me both know that if some shit go down, she's not going to be able to restrain me. She's going to more likely pull out her taser or pull out her gun. And I pray to God she pull out the taser. So, you know, I feel like a man would be more, you know, he'd be more reluctant to rely on his gun, because he feels like, you know, if something happens, he can tussle with me, you know, because it would have to be like a top-notch female cop, you know, to be able to restrain someone of my size. So just from a personal aspect, I get that. And then we could talk about like reaction times. You know, men on average have faster reaction time than women. So if there's lives on the line, you know, it might make sense to have your best people, you know, doing that kind of work. And even as far as being a firefighter, before y'all say I'm sexist and misogynistic, think about this. What if you or one of your loved ones was trapped inside of a building, and there was a fire, and you were stuck in a room, and the only way that the firemen could get you out is they had to chop down the door with an axe? Now let me ask you, would you want that to be a man coming with that axe or a woman coming with that axe? Which one? Because I guarantee you it's going to be the man who's going to be able to bust down that door quicker than a woman can. I mean, unless she's just like decked out, like, I don't know, doing some heavy lifting. You know, she would have to be cock diesel in order to get through that door faster than a man. And those are lives on the line, right? You're going to be some crispy rotisserie chicken if they taking forever to break through the door. So I mean, my thing is this. I'm not saying that women can't be officers or firefighters, but to me, they gotta prove that they can keep up physically with the men. You know, if they can't do that, then I do feel like, okay, yeah, you can't be like struggling with the water hose, or like you talk about the equipment and stuff like that. But as long as they can pass those physical requirements, and I've heard things about them lowering the requirements just so women could get in. Like, I'm not with that. They gotta show that they can do it on a man's level. If they can do it on a man's level, then I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
A man's help for the hardest thing that women do. All your husband wanted you to do was freaking sweep the floor and have sex with him when he comes home from work. Why is that so hard? Half of y'all on the internet selling your nasty coochie anyway. Might as well give it to a man that's paying the mortgage. This is crazy. No, but you call it empowerment. It's empowerment when you sell it for $5. It's weakness. It's you're weak and you're dumb and you're stupid if you give it to your husband who's taking care of you. That's dumb. You sell it for $5 on OnlyFans. That's empowerment. Y'all are so stupid. Like, literally stay away from me with all of this. Women out here trying to run everything. Y'all are running everything in the ground. Go home and do some laundry and raise your kids. All these female teachers out here. That's why these kids running around here stupid as I don't know what. Female teachers are out here. Y'all know y'all can't teach these kids trigonometry. Now tell the truth. Y'all know y'all don't know this history the way you're supposed to be teaching these kids. Where the male teachers at? It's supposed to only be male firefighters, male police officers, male teachers, and male pilots. And now they're a pair of panties.
Hold on. All right. So I could kind of understand with the male police officers and the male firefighters, but completely lost me on only male teachers. Some of my favorite teachers were female, and as far as women not knowing trigonometry, I mean, there are some brilliant female mathematicians. So she might not be aware of that. But what I will say is we need more male teachers, because I don't know how y'all school was, but it was mostly female teachers. We need more male teachers just to be there as role models and talk to our young men. So I will say we need more male teachers, but only male teachers, I don't know about that one. I can't stick by that.
This close to the cockpit. I would never get on an airplane knowing full well that there's a female pilot. I would never do it. My life is in jeopardy. My life is at risk. Why would I risk my life?
What is wrong with her?
You got a whole bunch of stupid people that will sit there, well, a woman can do anything a man can do. Well, you sit your dumb ass there and you sit on that plane and watch it crash. I'm not going to do that. It ain't supposed to be no female surgeons either.
Oh, come on.
All these positions of power are for men. I don't want no female operating on me. For what? All you need to do is to pass the scalpel, pass this, pass that. You ain't supposed to be calling the shots. Not over me. You're not going to be calling no shots over me. Always trying to run something. Wipe his forehead. Don't need you sitting up here talking about, well, I think, don't nobody care what you think, Mary Beth. Don't nobody care what you think, Elizabeth.
Lord have mercy.
These crazy freaking white feminists leading this world to hell. And here come the black women. Okay, here we come. Stupid.
All right, that's the end of the video. So what I'll say is, I do think, she was a little overboard with the, women can't be air pilots and surgeons and stuff like that. What I will say is that when men are in position of power, women don't get the same results from being in a position of power. Because when a man is in a position of power, now he's like the hottest commodity on the market. Whereas when you have women in power, it doesn't, I don't want to say it's a turnoff, but it doesn't add anything to their market value when it comes to dating. So I feel like there's a difference there. Like men, like men when they're in power, it's like, oh, it's sexy, you know what I mean? But when you see like a woman in power, no one, I never heard a guy who's just like, oh, she's a CEO. Ooh, yeah, let me get her. Like, nah, like we're not like, yeah, a woman's, a higher position has never made them more attractive to a man. So I will say that, for men, I feel like they get more out of being in those power positions. I feel like men typically get more fulfillment out of being in those power positions, whereas you'll see with women, they'll have these great jobs, but they'll be alone in their big old house, just depressed as hell, because what happened is, feminists have told women to focus on your career and don't focus on a man or family. And now they're all alone, and they got all this money, but no one to share it with. I do understand that point, but women, they can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can be family oriented and still try to chase your dreams. I feel like a lot of mistake that women make is they put getting a husband and raising a family on the back burner, to having a career, and then next thing you know, they're in their late 30s, trying to find a husband and someone to settle down with, when your prime years was in your 20s. That was your best opportunity to find a good husband and to raise a family. That's when peak fertility and all that. So I do, just playing devil's advocate, I do understand those perspectives, but yeah, man, nowadays, men are going to expect a woman to be working, right? A lot of dudes ain't gonna come and be like, yo, like, you ain't got no job, like, what? Like, that's gonna turn a lot of men off. Like, men in today's society will expect you to at the very least be self-sufficient, right? Like, we don't care if you're like super rich, but we expect women to be self-sufficient at the very least. So yeah, so women need to work. Women need to have a stable job, so clearly this woman has some strong feelings about the manner, but what I will tell you is, I guarantee you that this woman, she's probably married already, but if she was ever to become single, she would have no trouble finding a husband and keeping a husband. There's no way her dude is gonna divorce her, not with that kind of mindset. So she is a little out there, but she's not gonna have a problem getting a man. None at all. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the video. Let me know what you thought of the video. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. And if you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.